Now then, when you're in bed at night and you fancy a drink, how many times have you reached out in the dark to grab hold of your glass or your cup and wallop? You've knocked everything over, made a real mess. Well, what you need is a snake mate. Cute, isn't he? So, OK, how does he help? Well, you just get him to look after your drink for you. Then, when you go to bed, and the lights are out, and you fancy a drink in the night, you just reach out in the dark, feeling for your snake mate's head, and when you found it, just feel your way down his neck to find your drink wrapped safely inside his body. No knocking it over. That's better. Good, eh? And simple to make in 4 easy parts. A 4-part attack. For the first part, you need to find a sort of pot. Now, whatever type you use, cut the top so that the whole thing is a few centimetres lower than your cup. The cup should be able to stand inside it so there is enough sticking out above the rim of the pot for you to get hold of it easily. So once you're happy with the height of your pot, you need to make your snake. And for that, you need 4 double-page spreads of newspaper. Then, make a snake. Just open 2 of the pages out flat and starting with one of the long edges, roll the paper up so you get a thin, scrunched-up tube. Then use some bits of tape to keep it closed. Do exactly the same with the other 2 sheets of paper. Then join these 2 newspaper sausages end to end with more tape to form one long snaky body. And again, use plenty of tape on this. To make the head, fold the end bit of the body over on itself in a kind of loop and then tape that into place. Then scrunch up a bit of scrap newspaper and stuff it inside to pad this loop part out a bit, and then add on more tape to keep it all in place. So now you've got a snake body with a head. Now all you need is a tail. Now to make one, you just scrunch and twist the other end of the body so it's more thin and pointy, and then tape it into place like this. And that is your basic snake. Now it's ready to wrap around your pot. Just lay the pot down and position the tail end of your snake on top so that the newspaper body lies along that bottom edge of the pot. Now it's very important that it doesn't overhang it, you'll see why later. Tape it into position so that the tail sticks out to the side. Then carefully start to wrap the body of your snake around the pot and just scrunch and mould and tape it into position as you go. Just keep wrapping and taping like a sort of spiral, and when you're at the end, bend this last part up and bend the head part out so it looks at you, and use lots of tape to keep this in position. When the head and neck are firmly taped, you'll have something that looks like this. Look at that, your basic snake mate wrapped tightly around the pot. Now, the reason it was so important not to let any of the newspaper body overhang the bottom edge of the pot, it should be level, like this, is so that the pot can stand up properly, like that, nice and sturdy. Next, you need to add a few details to bring your snake mate to life. So, stick on a pair of screwed up newspaper eyes, and add a forked tongue cut out of cereal box card. And now all he needs is a scaly snake skin. Just mix some PVA glue in equal parts with water and paste it onto your snake. Stick on pieces of kitchen roll and then paste over them again, pushing it into all the cracks and creases. The idea is to paste over the whole snake body and even down the inside a bit so that you seal over the joint between the top of the pot. And when you've covered the whole thing and it's dry, the kitchen paper has gone rock hard and it's given your snake skin a sort of scaly, bumpy texture, which looks really good when he's painted like this. Look at that. And you can do whatever snakeskin pattern you like. I've painted this one yellow diamond stripes along his back and a nice snaky lime green colour. Now it's best to use acrylic paint on your snake, mate, because when it dries, it'll give it a more waterproof coating. And of course, you can do whatever design you like. This one is a different colour, and I've looped some strips of newspaper around the end of his tail to give him a rattle. And this one is a big, chunky python. Good, aren't they? And all ready and willing to help you out in the middle of the night. Just put your snake mate on your bedside table and place your drink inside like that when you go to bed, and he'll keep it safe and he'll guide you when you're trying to grapple for your drink in the dark. Look at that. Try it yourself. A snake mate. No mess.